thing, the only variable in there that's a given is your worth as a human, is your worth as just an individual working in this business, okay? The rest is up to you to put in, the consistency, the time, and the intensity, okay? So if you plug in all those pieces, you guys, like, you can take this and make it whatever you want it to be, okay? So if you are struggling and you're like, there's nobody, one thing that I struggled with was there's nobody in my life that's ever like been successful to the extent that I'm reaching for in a network marketing business. Like my mom growing up, she would do like MLMs out the yin yang, like Tupperware, Party Light, like all these different things. And that was cool and everything, but she would start and stop, like fancy, shiny, onto the next shiny thing. And I never saw proof that you could really make this a sustainable thing. So when I started, I was like, oh my gosh, that's first of all terrifying, because I know my perception of, network marketing and everything. So I had to overcome my own hesitations, but I also find the proof within the network that it was possible. And no matter what your situation is, you guys, there is a 99% chance that somebody else has a story very similar to yours. Listen to the National Wake Up Calls and listen to how many times you're like, oh my God, she's telling my story, and she is, or he is, the success story that you're like, oh my gosh, why can't I do that? Why can't they be me? Like it can, okay? So one thing that I know that I was like, it's just like a breath of fresh air. When we were just in at our retreat in Utah, we got into, and I'm going to put Micah on blast. We got into Micah's car, and it's like a mom van. Like it's a mom car, just like kid stuff everywhere. It's dirty, like whatever. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, you think like in your head, in your own world, you're like, oh my gosh, my floors are a mess. My carpet is so dirty. The litter boxes need to be done. Like I am not 15-star material at all. And then you get into double 15-star Micah Folsom's car, and you're like, wait a second, this is your car? Like, this isn't like a Rolls Royce, like, you know what I mean? Like, we are real freaking people. Like, we're human beings, you guys. You are not the exception where just because your floors are dirty, just because your kids are crazy, just because you're, whatever. Like, it's life, and it's up to us to work around that and to make it happen regardless. And you can still have a dirty car and really, really reach your goals, okay? So that was like just a full circle moment for me of like, oh my gosh, I can do this for real. Like, even if my car's dirty, like nobody cares. You're making these things like so much, you're creating your own worth and your value around things that don't even matter, okay? Nobody knows what your car looks like if that's something that you're worried about. Okay, so find the proof, all right? First point is you are not the exception. And if you're struggling, find the proof within the network. And if you don't have proof, be the proof. Like, commit to being the proof that this can work. How do you do that? Consistency, intensity, time. And the only thing that you bring to the table, no matter what, is your self-worth, okay? That is how you create success. Of course, there's like little nitty-gritty things, like how do you connect with somebody? How do you invite somebody? But that's all stuff that can be learned, okay? All of these can be learned. You can know nothing. Even if you know nothing about social media, I guarantee you there are like 10 million coaches out there. I lied, because there's not even 10 million in the network. There are so many coaches that showed up without a single post on Instagram, on Facebook. It's a level playing field, y'all, because every time some new development comes out on social media, we're all learning at the same time, okay? So you do not get permission to say, I can't do this because I'm not, because I can't, because I don't have. It's your responsibility to take ownership of your business and say, I have these goals because I'm worthy, because my family's worthy. So I'm going to commit to learning and growing and developing and showing up to the best of my ability. and making and creating that own proof for myself, okay? Number 2, failure is the capital THE way to success, okay? There are so many times, and I am 100% guilty of this. There are so many times when we like stop ourselves, and there's so many people out there that want this so badly, but they don't think they would be good at it, so they don't even try. Like, how many times did it take you to like finally learn how to ride your bike because you're afraid to fall over? Like, you can study, gosh, I think it was Josh Coates again, like somebody, you can study a bicycle like day in, day out, and you still won't know how to ride it until you actually get up and get on the bike and learn how to ride the bike, okay? You learn by doing. That is the entirety of this business, okay? So you have to understand and like just shift your thinking to, I want failure. Like, I want to fall flat on my face because I know that it's going to give me this like character and this depth to my business. You guys, just last year, I was like struggling because I didn't have a solid team that was working the business. I was a 1-star myself. Like, I didn't have solid runners. Shout out to you guys because you're amazing. But I was doing it by myself, it felt like. So I was like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right because clearly it's not working. But I didn't give up, okay, because I knew that if I just put in the time and I changed the mindset shifts that I needed to, I knew that it was going to happen. And the only reason that it happened, that it wasn't happening yet, was because I just hadn't put in enough time, okay? So when I finally started building my team and my coaches started, having their own struggles, I was like, wait, I can help you with this because I've been through this before. Like, nobody can relate to this, like, 100% perfect, like, Barbie doll coach or this person on social media that's, gone from point A to point Z and never shared a single struggle before. Like, we're human, we all need to see that, hey, Micah Folsom's a double 15 star and she's got a dirty car. Like, I hope she doesn't see this recording. I love you, Micah. But we need that confirmation that we're all human beings and we all have what it takes to make this happen, okay? So when it comes to failure, what you're doing is when you get out of your comfort zone, when you make a post that you're not sure is going to work, what do you have to lose, honestly? Like, you try it, and if it doesn't work, great. You learn from it, you course correct, you move on. Put it in your toolbox for when your coaches need help. You're just developing yourself as a coach and as a leader so that when your team is struggling, you're like, you guys, it took me, I tell them all the time, it took me 9 months to go diamond, so now I'm going to do everything I can to help you not make that happen because it can happen so much faster, and I want this for you. So here's what I had to overcome, and here's how I'm going to help you overcome that way sooner than I did. But everybody has a different story. Everybody comes from a different background, different, bringing different skills and talents to the table. But it doesn't matter, okay, because we're all learning and growing in different ways. So if you just commit to the failure, honestly, because that's really the only way that you're going to learn and grow. I still have a scar on my knee from like falling off my bike. Like, how many, I'm sure all of us do, but you don't know until you just try. You don't know what that person is going to say until you send that invite. You don't know what that post might blow up, but you'll never know because you never posted it, okay? So failure is literally the way. The Obstacle is the Way is one of my favorite books. I don't know if you guys have ever read it. If you haven't, put it in your arsenal because it will change so much. Like, it has kept me grounded in so many different trials in my coaching career because, like, the obstacle and the struggle that you have is literally the path that you have to take to get to where you want to go, because that's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to develop yourself as a person, to figure out what works and what you're never going to do again. So when you have these struggles and when you have these trials, it's like, okay, you can either take it and be like, whoa, clearly I'm not cut out for this, which a lot of coaches do, which is why they have this hesitation. They're like, oh, I've tried it before. But like, have you really, like, did you really give your all to this business? Because if you had, you would never have left. Like, I could not imagine where I would be right now if I had given up at the first sign of struggle, okay? That's what makes the reward worth it, you know, because you fought for it. You know, you grew as a person. That's why this business is so, like, I am just so in love with it, because we become just so much better and just so much, we have so much more depth to who we are as people, because we cannot be successful unless we face our fears, fall flat on our face, push ourselves. So it's like, that's, you're going to hear that forever and ever. Maybe you've probably heard it already, I hope. But so number 2, failure is literally the way, okay? You cannot be successful unless you fail. Unless you fail often and fall hard, okay? And 3 is one of the biggest shifts for me was when I told Micah. I was really disappointed because I missed a goal. I think it was I don't even know what goal it was. I missed a goal to be 1-star by a certain time. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I'm disappointing you. I feel like I'm letting you down. And she was like, dude, it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you just keep going. Like, as long as you don't stop. And I was like, oh my gosh, why is there this timeline? You know, we force our businesses so often. And I've found that, like, setting goals and having deadlines is, like, so huge to keep us focused and keep us on track and really keep that external push to keep us growing. Because otherwise, if we were like, yeah, I'll go 2-star at some point in my life, it's, like, never going to happen, because it takes hustle and, like, heart and a fire in you to really reach for some of these goals. So yeah, like, it doesn't matter how long it takes, you guys, as long as you know where you're going. Having a clear vision is so freaking crucial. I tell that to my team, like, from day one. Like, you have to know what you want out of this, because if you don't, you're never going to know what's possible, but then you're also going to just be, you know, all scatterbrained all over the place because you don't have a direction. So you have to be in it for the long haul. I know, like, one of Micah's, like, passwords or something is be here in a year. And when I heard that, I was just like, whoa, like, that's first of all, it's an awesome password. But second of all, that's, like, an awesome reminder all the time to be here in a year. Commit to being here next year. And then when that year comes, commit to being here the year after that. Like, when you have this mentality of, like, if you're a new coach, maybe you're like, I'm just going to try it for 6 months. No, like, when you say I'm going to try it, you're giving yourself permission to, like, okay, I tried it, I'm done. It's too scary, it's not for me. But if you say I'm going to be here in a year, you're going to show up differently for your challenges. You're going to show up differently for the struggles that you face, for the rejections that you get. Because when people say no, I'm just like, when I first started, I was like, okay, that's totally fine. I'm not going anywhere. So when you're ready, I'm going to be here to help you. That creates confidence in them that when they are ready, you're going to be there. But then it also creates this accountability for yourself that means, okay, I just told this person I'm going to be here in a year, so I, like, can't back out because I'm not a liar. So I need to show up now. And what does that do? It keeps you on your journey. It keeps you plugged in. It keeps you focused, and it keeps you, like, where you need to be to help more people, okay? So you have to be in it for the long haul. And all these tie in together, okay? So it's like, when you're in it for the long haul, you get creative. You think, okay, I know that I just hit this roadblock and I missed a goal, or I just fell flat on my face. I had a post that got 0 zip nada, but I know this is a growing opportunity. This is not the end of the road. So I'm going to pick up, I'm going to keep going and learn from it, instead of I'm just going to try this for 6 months, but nobody has joined me. So I guess, it's just not for me. Like, self-evaluate all the time. If something isn't working, figure out why. What are you doing or not doing that is reflecting in your business? I'm sure Amanda's told you like 10,000 times, but your business and the success in your business is a direct reflection of your own personal health and fitness journey, okay? I know that when I am on track with my nutrition, when I'm feeling great in my workouts, I've got a transformation to share, my confidence is like, dude, I can so help you because I'm killing it right now. When I'm like all over the place, my nutrition is crap, I've missed workouts, I'm just not feeling good, my confidence is like, now I need to find people that want to join me. Like, it's just your energy is so different. And if you've never experienced that, you probably will at some point, but just know that, like, whenever you find a lull in your business, do an internal check on what you are doing or not doing in your own journey, because then you'll probably find the missing piece, and then you'll be set to go again, and then your business is going to start building that momentum again. So it's really not, I don't know, I spent so much time, you guys, trying to find, like, there must be a missing piece. There must be something that I'm missing because I'm struggling, but they're not. But it was really just a mindset and, like, deciding that I am worth it, and it's a work in progress. There's going to be days when you're like, oh my gosh, this is like way overwhelming. Why am I even doing this? I suck. Like, but then and you build that confidence to course correct and to rebound way faster instead of like these deep hills and valleys. You're just like, okay, like, I got this, So it's really just deciding you are not the exception, learning that failure is the way, like, you have to fail. It's not an option. And you have to be here for the long haul, okay? Be that person that when somebody says, I already have a coach, or my friend is a coach, so I'm going to sign up with them. When somebody tells me that, they're like, yeah, my friend is a coach or something, like, I've already got one. I'm just like, okay, I'm still going to, like, keep supporting you, because I know that if your friend falls off, I'm going to be here to help you stand back up, because I'm not going anywhere. And that support and that, like, when somebody reaches out to you, or when you invite somebody and they're like, I've already got this, whatever, I already have Beachbody On Demand, or I'm in a group, but they're still talking to you. Clearly they're not getting the support that they need. But when you commit and, like, make that mental shift to be like that lighthouse and, like, I am here for you, people feel that, and people really respect that and resonate with that, because when their coach falls off or when their coach quits, they've been let down, because their coach promised them that they were going to help them. So don't effing be that person that says you're going to help somebody and then doesn't, because that sucks. Like, just no sugarcoating that. Like, that is not our job, to build somebody up just to leave them high and dry and ruin that trust. Because what we're asking people to do, so I'm just ranting. What we're asking people to do, you guys, when we send an invite, is to get uncomfortable. We're not directly saying, hey, do you want to get uncomfortable in my challenge group? We're saying, hey, are you willing to, like, face your struggles and really do the hard stuff and be a better person? And, like, are you up for that? A lot of times, no. A lot of times we're not ready for it. So when they see you, when they see you showing up, when they see you sharing your struggles, sharing your dirty car, they're like, oh my gosh, if she can do this, I can do this. And then you help each other, and then you build each other up. And then it's just this beautiful ripple effect where it's incredible, you guys. Like, if you haven't had that moment of, like, clarity of, holy crap, what we have is amazing, I seriously cannot wait for you to have that. Because I have it probably daily. Like, I pinch myself. I'm like, this is my job. Like, this is incredible. So it's all about developing confidence, you guys. And it's not rocket science, but it does take intensity and it does take effort and consistency and the desire to actually get there. So yeah, I guess, sorry, Amanda, I just like totally.
Girl, I loved every minute of it. I'm just sitting here like, I'm taking note, I'm a hot mess over here listening to you. I love it. So let me ask you a question, because I told you I was going to put you on the spot earlier. And I told Alyssa, I said, this is your pre-national wake-up call. So I'm gonna pull a Jeff Hill on you. What would you say? How has your life changed since coaching? What has this business done for you?
Man, I practice this answer a lot, but now I feel like I don't even know. Okay, so when I started coaching, I was totally that girl that was like in my shell, so terrified, and just like kept myself so small because I didn't believe that I was worthy of being seen, because I didn't think that I had anything to offer anybody. But because of the confidence that I've created and built through this business, because I've allowed myself and I've been given permission by other mentors in the business to really dream bigger and expect more for myself and want more for our family, it has like completely changed everything. Like my marriage, I know we hear this so much, but seriously, it's like a byproduct of what we do. Like my marriage is in such a different place. I'm a better parent than I ever could have imagined. Like just getting to show Bailey like what healthy habits look like, and then it's normal. And it's not something like that you have to figure out later on because your parents never taught you how. Like it's a standard in our house. So my confidence, I never ever would have thought that I would be on like another call, like another guest speaker for a team call talking about the business, because I knew nothing when I first started and it was overwhelming. And I was just like, tell me what to do because I have no idea what I'm doing. But you learn as you go. You have to get on the bike to learn how to ride it. So now it's like crazy because now I'm like, I get super, super hyped up talking to coaches and talking about the business side of stuff, because that's truly where I feel like the change actually happens. Challenge group is great, but I joined right away as a coach because I knew for me it was like all or nothing. If I just joined as a challenger, I would fall off like after the 21-day fix. But I had to like go all in and just do something way different if I wanted something different. And so that's like, I don't know. Everything has changed, Amanda. So, but yeah, it's amazing.
I love it. Thank you. Like seriously. And if you don't follow Alyssa on Instagram or Facebook, will you drop your handle in so everybody knows what it is? Her posts, like she really is real and authentic with the way she shares her journey. She shares just her life, and it's not salesy. People love Alyssa because she's Alyssa. And I think that's what we forget so much as coaches is, like she said, just like Micah, like we're just real people, right? And we have to come across as real people. And that's so huge because that's why people relate to us. And that's why they want to work with us. They don't want to buy a product. They want to work with us because of who we are. So yeah, follow Alyssa. She's incredible. Potty training stories are always fun too. So I'm sure she's going to get a big kick out of this over the next couple months with Bailey potty training. But thank you. Thank you so much. I am so excited. And thanks to your girls for jumping in because it's incredible. And I got a whole like huge page of notes and I'm going to upload it. So I'll send it to your team and send it to you so you can pass it along. But girl, thank you so much. I'm just so thankful for you and so thankful for this opportunity because we met. I mean, we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for this coaching business. So
seriously, oh my God, you guys are the best.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. I did really quick before we jump off. I did want to give a huge shout out to big old Kaylani. I don't even know if she's on the call. Erin is Lonnie on the call? Kaylani hit diamond today, and she's solid for tomorrow, which makes Erin Decker solid for 2-star diamond. tomorrow. She's going to wake up as a brand new 2-star diamond, which is huge. This is like huge accomplishments in her business because she gets to open up that second business center, and she's totally wrecking her journey. So we are just so proud of you, Erin. We're so proud of you, Lonnie, and we're just incredibly proud of this team that we have, because you guys are awesome, and I'm so glad we get to partner together. Don't forget, we got the flash sale on Friday. Get your posts, check your threads. We have all the info in there. Plug your people in. This is an amazing time to leverage these awesome, incredible deals and get people plugged in, because people want our help. Alyssa said it. People want our help. They just don't know how to get started. And so we have to be there and help offer that solution so that we can help change people's lives the way that our lives have been changed. So make sure you talk to your coach about that, check your threads, and get that. I love you guys. If you have any questions, shoot them to Alyssa. She is so friendly, and she will be so happy to answer any questions you have about the biz. Of course, you can always message us, and we love you, and we will see you guys later. Thanks, Alyssa.
All right, thanks.
Bye, everybody.